the overwhelming majority of the House Democratic Caucus are publicly on record supporting the impeachment inquiry.
Okay, so this is Hakeem Jeffries' answer to the question, why has there been no full vote of the House of Representatives on impeachment? His answer is, well, the majority of those questioned in the Democrat caucus, they're on the record in the media, in the mainstream media, or out there in social media or in the ether somewhere, they're on the record in favor of impeachment. But there's a big difference, right? There's a huge difference. First of all of them have not gone on record one way or another. I know this to be a fact. So the entire Democrat caucus is not on the record. Most, yes, most are radical liberals, and most want to destroy the 45th president of the United States. And most, like Maxine Waters and Al Green, are like sharks circling the Oval Office. And they have been since Donald Trump was sworn into office on January 20th, 2017. So most of them are on record, but not all of the caucus is on record, especially the members of the Democrat caucus who happen to represent districts like in Orange County, California, that just barely squeaked by only because of the electoral malfeasance that was allowed to transpire in the once golden state. And so they're worried that if they put these people on the record officially with an up or down vote, that they will lose their districts, that there'll be X amount of people who are not happy with their representatives supporting the impeachment of the 45th president of the United States. In other words, they're a bunch of cowards. They're a complete, total bunch of cowards. And so going on record with the mainstream media, or going on record on social media, or going on record in some video they shoot is not the same thing as an up or down vote for posterity, for all of America to know about and future Americans to know about who stood where on impeaching the 45th president of the United States. Again, process, procedure is everything. It is as important as the evidence itself. The evidence itself doesn't exist. President Trump has done nothing to rise to the level of impeachment. Remember, keep this in perspective. When Al Green and Maxine Waters were calling for the impeachment of the President of the United States within weeks of him being sworn in, there was no evidence then to warrant impeachment. They were off their rocker then. They're off their rocker now. They've just created a lot of smoke. And they know, the Democrats know, that when the Democrat caucus creates a lot of smoke, their accomplices, their co-conspirators in the mainstream media will write all that smoke down and record it on video, and they'll broadcast it on the evening news and put it in the New York Times and Washington Post. They know that when they create smoke, the mainstream media will say, fire, fire the American people, there's got to be fire. If the Democrat caucus is creating a lot of smoke in Washington, D.C., then darn it, there must be fire. So this is why the vote that's coming up in the House of Representatives on the, quote, procedure that Nancy Pelosi is proffering out there regarding subpoenas, et cetera, needs to be taken seriously by the Republican caucus in the House of Representatives, and it needs to be taken as the possible only vote that they will ever have on impeachment. And it needs to be framed this way to the American people. Kevin McCarthy should be out front and center saying, you know what, no, this is not just a procedural vote. This is a vote for all the marbles, American people. This is a vote for the future of the 45th president. This is a vote for the future of the presidency of the United States long after Donald Trump is gone. This is a vote on the United States Constitution. This is a vote for the republic, the American people. This is bigger than just a procedural vote. This could be the one and only vote on impeachment that the entire 116th Congress may face. We don't know what Nancy Pelosi is going to do. If those polls go south and they lack support for impeachment, she's never going to have a full vote on impeachment. This is it. This is crucially important for the Republican caucus to frame this as the vote and possibly the only vote on impeachment so they can hold all the members of the Democrat caucus accountable for supporting impeachment on the record, especially as we go into the election cycle of 2020. So, it is the proper role of the Senate to push back from this half of Congress against the hijacking of the Constitution. However, Mitch McConnell is clearly not up to that task. Mitch says he's waiting and watching. Waiting for what, Mitch? What's there to see except the destruction of the president, the Constitution, and a very important piece of our constitutional republic?
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.